All right, everybody.
Check, check. All right.
My name is ElectronicLogic. We are going to be running Princess Kaizo Land, which is a Kaizo Mario World ROM hack featuring not Mario. There aren't that many of these right now that don't feature Mario. Usually, if they're not Mario, it's going to be Luigi. But we're going to go ahead and get started here. Time in 3, 2, 1, go. So this is a ROM hack based on Princess Peach. She's setting out on her own to save her own heckin' self, as we see from the intro screen here. So we're going to try to do that as fast as possible. Now, starting off, this level has one of the hardest, most precise jumps, and we got it. It's nice that they put it in the beginning of the game. That way, you know, speedruns, you die a lot on it, you can just reset. No much time wasted. That was pretty smooth first exit.
Nice. And that first mole jump, that is a really difficult jump, but you can't really tell because Logic makes it look so easy.
What? Okay. Missed it.
Oh,
That's a pretty tight cycle skip there. Basically, what we're trying to do is damage boost through the chuck and hit his top right hitbox and skip over the wiggler section. This is also a rather challenging level. This is one of the levels I expected to die on a lot, so that's all right.
ooh.
So basically, this is, you know, a fire flower level, basically trying to, use the fire physics to, you know, clear a path for us. Try to get the end, hit the P-switch. Now, the P-switch is not required to beat the game, technically, but, nice. But since we're doing 100%, that's what we're going for. Every possible exit. All right, we'll get it this time. Those are just warm-ups.
All right, you got this.
All right, this time for real. Yes. Yep, got it.
Nice.
Missed the jump there. Going for a frame perfect trick to jump off the P-switch. Unfortunately, did not get it. Does not cost any time, but costs some swag points. And what's the point of a speed run without swag points? All right, back into level 1. This time we're trying to get all the way to the end. Nope. Nope. Oh well. Once again, close to the beginning of the level, we didn't lose a whole bunch of time. Alright, got it. That muncher, or the note block jump there, is actually fairly tight to get first cycle. So sometimes just back off and try again. What makes it so hard is the Rex is on the right side of the screen, or right side of this area. So we try to get as far to the right as possible to land on him. Not too bad.
Awesome.
Nice.
Easy game.
Oh, I forgot to introduce my couch. Back here in the red shirt is Fruski5. He's also a Kaizo hack speedrunner. and former American Ninja Warrior finalist. And to my right is G-Virus, who also plays games fast. All right, we're also going for a little bit of a skip here. Normally it's required to pick up that shell with a damage boost and do a little shell jump.
Real quick, I just want G-Virus to tell us a little bit more about himself.
Oh, that's right. I don't know why I said G-Virus. This is DD. I apologize.
It's so hard to hear right now.
That I was not paying attention. All right, let's do this one more time. All right, there we go.
That's a special little speed strat right there. You can actually base it off your damage boost and skip having to get the mushroom out of that question block.
So what we're trying to do here, which I forgot to do, is I need to watch the mushroom going across the top of the screen and wait till it gets to a certain pixel right there. Then I do a full jump, hold it, and damage boost, and it falls right on top of me. Tight jump there at the end. And 19.
So I'm gonna have to watch the VOD to know what you guys were telling, because the main stage is so loud. I can't even hear what you're saying, sadly.
Yeah, I'm reading chat and they're liking the new speed strats.
Awesome.
Right.
Well, Dom, if you can hear me, he gave you the highest honor and called you G-Virus.
All right, I missed the new skip I'm working on with that, so we're gonna try it. Nope. So basically, I'm trying to do a double eat, which is a glitch in Super Mario World. It allows me to skip that first Koopaling and save a couple seconds. All right, I got it that time. Nice. Basically, it allows the. How many times can I say basically? It allows you to eat 2 sprites in rapid succession, which through the glitch counts as 3 because 2 equals 3. So just a couple other tricks in this level and we can get done with it. This is a Yoshi spring jump. You spin the spring where the coins are and you make it over. Then we also do a platform skip here to get the Yoshi early. Skip a little Kaizo block there, get P speed, and enter the door. And another level down.
So safe.
Not doing too bad on time so far. So the current world record is by me at 20 minutes and 24 seconds. Second place is Tanuki Suits Live with a 22 even. If anybody wants to know how to get into Kaizo games or any SMW ROM hacks, if you just navigate to romhack.tech, that's romhack.tech, you get a little redirect to a paste bin I made, give you some more information, let you join one of our Discords, show you some other cool games that you can get ROM hacks of. But basically, yeah, it's a pretty cool community to get in contact with, to get involved with. Nice, clean, deathless ghost level, hopefully. So we're also doing a glitch here, technically, the 1-frame block grab jump. Allows us to pick up the block on the same frame that we jump. It is a 1-frame trick. It's not a challenging 1-frame trick technically, because it just involves you pushing 2 buttons at the exact same frame. It doesn't really require the game to be doing anything specifically. All right, that's nice.
Nice.
But it is still quite challenging to figure out how to use your thumbs in that manner. All right. On to the worst level of the game. This is the Endless 8. It's 8 rooms that mimic each other very closely. A lot of times when you're learning this, it gets confusing to know exactly which room you're on. It's also one of the worst levels because while there are 8 rooms, there are only 4 checkpoints, I believe. Oh no, I haven't counted them out, might be 3. So if you die on the second room in the checkpoint zone, you start the entire section over, which is very time consuming. But we're going to try not to do that. And that last room had a Kaizo block hidden where there was none in the first room. Kaizo block is basically a hidden block that you know, you run into and you die because it doesn't allow you to get a complete jump. Kind of like that. All right, that was costly because that was a second room in the checkpoint zone, which puts us back here. Got to do this whole section over. Doesn't take a whole bunch of time, but not terrible. World record is over, but who needs world records, right? All right. All right, we got it that time. And we got the checkpoint here. And normally you have to walk through a checkpoint to get it, but the creator, Chaos Composer, basically put a checkpoint in the pipe, I believe is how it works. So all you have to do is go through the pipe to get it. All right. And then we have a dark room. Nothing extra challenging about this, except it's dark. And if you don't have your brightness turned up on your CRT, as Fruski found out, you can't really see. Also, there's a Kaizo block sitting right here. So if you go the way that you've done the rest of the rooms, you hit it and you die. Also, pipes are hard.
That was close.
All right. So hopefully we can not die anymore on this level. Hardest pipe jump in the game. And we missed it. All right. Let's not do that again. Because once again, that was at the end of a checkpoint section. So that's 2 whole rooms we got to do over. Oh, never mind. Shows you what I know. Twice in a row. Can we go for 3?
In these games, vertical pipes are probably one of the hardest things you got to deal with.
And as Fruski said, they are very hard, and that is because there's a very narrow window. And I believe, based on your Y subpixel range, it can shift on where you can enter the pipe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm sure chat will correct me. And shout out to Twitch chat, by the way. That was close. All right. Very challenging bullet jump over the lava pit there. But, you know, first try every time. So yeah, it looked like I hit the pipe twice in the same exact spot, but very much did not.
There we go.
And we're out of it.
Very nice. Yeah, that level is called the Endless 8 for a reason.
All right. Now, for some reason, this is not only the shortest exit, it's also the one I die on the most. So hopefully that doesn't happen. Kick Yoshi into the mushroom there to save a little bit of time. All right, I hopefully won't die now. Yay! All right. Now that unlocks this little switch palace here, the mantle. This is a star run level. Basically, we gotta keep the star the entire level. If we lose it at any point, other than where we need to, of course we die to the munchers. Now, it's not a super tight star run, as you might see in some other games, but still missing a star is death. So even a little turn back like that, however, falling down a hole will kill you. So a beginner playing a game like this is not a particularly hard Kaizo hack. It's not by any means easy, but a beginner who's trying this for the first time may take 12, 24, 36 hours to beat. My first time was a little over 2, I believe, because I've been doing Kaizo for over 2 years now. Kaizo games are in a very large community. The Little Kaizo's Discord, which is in that link at romhacking.tech. Okay. Missed. If you want to get into Kaizo games or really any Super Mario World or any Super Nintendo ROM hacking or anything like that, just give us a shout there and we'll be more than happy to advise you on what you should try, give you tips and tricks and all that kind of stuff and support. Very good bunch of guys and girls there. All right. This star is actually very hard to grab also because since Peach's hitbox is the same size as Mario's, all right, come on. And she's taller than Mario. It's very, wow, all right. Third time's the charm. Fourth time's the charm. Fifth time's the charm, whatever. It's
Hey, let's give it up for him.
also the star hitbox is the top half of its sprite. So you actually have to touch the top half of the sprite with the bottom half of Peach. Is the best way to describe it. That's not 100% true, but it's close enough that it works. So that's why you got to basically come in from the top to grab it. So we take the key. The key is to be used as a platform later on. There's really no other purpose for it, but we use it to hit a vine block there. Really doesn't save any time or anything, but all right, we got it this time. So drop it there, go in the pipe. All right, and now we're going to attempt a double yump. Nope.
Woo!
Hey, we got one.
He got one of them. Yup.
All right.
Yump.
Now,
First try.
the yump is a frame perfect trick, as I said earlier. You have to hit the jump button on the same frame that you hit the top of the switch there. That is supposed to be a dangerous attempt at a double yump. However, if you manipulate your jump and run speed just properly, you can miss the first one and still make the second one without dying. Also, you get a checkpoint in that pipe, so missing the yump is not too big of a deal if you do die. Worried about that one. I failed that one a lot in practice. Get that checkpoint. All right. This is also a very challenging level. It is a Yoshi murder level, so basically we want to kill Yoshi as many times as possible after we're done with him, because that's what Yoshis are good for, right? Alright. Now the blue or purple, oh wow, that was cool. That hasn't happened before.
Oof. It's all right, though.
The blue/purple Yoshi, I always call him purple. People call him blue. Oh wow, nice. Can fly when you eat a green Koopa shell. The yellow produces puffy clouds, which allows me to pop this Galumba up here and get a higher jump off of them to make that platform. Difficult jump there also. Sometimes it just doesn't line up for you. We're going to take this safe. And wait, okay, there we go. Now what we're going to want to do is spit this shell and jump off Yoshi and get a specific spot there and win the game, or win the level, not the game.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
All right.
We got it.
That last,
Shaz, he said that Yoshi got revenge for a change.
all right.
I gotta say, that thing with the Goomba and the yellow Yoshi is one of the most clever use I've seen of a yellow Yoshi in a Kaizo game.
All right, now we're into the maelstrom. This is a water level because what is a good Mario game without a bad water level? This is also an auto-scrolling water level, which makes it 100 times worse. Very precise swimming required. Basically, got to pick up the block to kill a chuck there. Ooh, nope. All right. I got a little weird swim. Basically, Super Mario World swimming is a lot better than most Mario games. It's very controllable, which is one of the reasons why most hacks have it, because some people find it fun. This one isn't usually too bad. I can usually get it first or second try. We got it this time. Weird thing with Super Mario World, sometimes you just clip through the floor if you're moving fast enough.
That is so difficult.
Yeah, dodging those munchers there at the end is a pain.
Good job, man.
Also worried about getting hung up there for a little while, but luckily, second try. I mean, first try. All right, and now we are approaching the end game. Wow. And I should have beat the game 20 seconds ago, but that's all right. Hopefully they won't be bringing out a slowpoke for me. Cliche Castle, basically it's a a multi-room Kaizo castle with some very difficult tricks. However, each room is checkpointed, so you don't lose too much progress if you die. That spike jump is deceptively difficult. So is that jump. All right, so that room is one of the most challenging ones, although I'm sure I'm going to die in this room also. Why not, right? All right. Kaizo Dolphins, always the best in a ROM hack.
That's our good friend RNG Dolphins.
All right. Nice boo. All right, now we're going into the Reznor fight, which is also a big staple in Kaizo ROM hacks. So a little bit of a skip here. We get up there with them, so we don't have to wait on cycles.
So nice of them to give you 6 lives.
Yeah. As in most modern Kaizo games, you do have unlimited lives. They used to give us a death counter. However, on the SNES Classic, the death counter breaks the game, so we no longer do that until a fix is produced for that works consistently. So it's just usually you're either set at a certain amount of lives, and that is your death counter. Some people use that life area as deaths for a little while. Usually can't go above 99 or get too far anyway. Like I said, I'm sure chat will correct me on that. All right. So that is the end of any percent, minus the switch palaces. Now we're going into the Star Road. These are the harder levels, technically. Although I usually die less on these than I do on the easier levels. Go figure, right? Ice physics, another great thing about SMW. And a backward shell jump. All right. And on that little platform before that blue Koopa, there's actually Kaizo block to the right, so that's why you see me jump a little bit weird. All right, checkpoint, good. And didn't get enough speed on that slide. But you got a checkpoint right before it, so.
Ooh, close.
No tip.
No tip. All right, there's also Kaizo block right there. Luckily, we don't need that shell for the rest of the level. In fact, it is a detriment if we were to pick it up. And wow, disco shell. Yet another staple in Kaizo games. This level has to have 2 of them, right? All right, we got it this time. Little hidden music block there. If you don't get it in the first cycle, sometimes that music block can be a very big pain to get.
GG, man.
Thank you. Oh, also 18.
especially that note block at the end. It can be very annoying.
All right, we got 2 levels left. Supernova. And this type of level is called an Ultra Star based on previous Kaizo hacks. Basically, a lot of ROM hacks included this type of level because most people enjoy this type of game. It is determined to be a Ultra Star by usually a starry background, platforms, no ground, on-off blocks that switch the trails where these platforms are going, and a lot of tight jumps, sometimes a bunch of Kaizo blocks. So far, so good. And another Kaizo block dodge coming up here. Jump a little late there to avoid that. And a Kaizo block dodge right there. All right. Oh, got another jump.
Yup.
And we use the bullet bill there to get over there. And ooh, barely made that. And a Kaizo trap here.
Oh, man, yeah.
If you hit that first
Very
goal post, you technically beat the level temporarily, and then it drops you down into a pit, and you die. You got to replay from checkpoint. All right, we got 1 more level to go, and then final boss.
I gotta say, I feel like in pretty much every Kaizo act, there's a stage such as this with moving platform, and they're always so impressive.
All right, let's try to first, well, I was going to say let's try to first try this, but obviously that didn't work.
First try, every try.
Every try is first try. Yeah, that bonefish there can spawn inside the crusher, the stationary crusher, making it sometimes hard to jump on. That time it was very nice to me. So this level is mostly a bunch of spin jumps because you can spin jump on pretty much everything. Kaizo block dodging for that jump there. Nice checkpoint. This pit we can just jump across. Do a little turn back there to get that photo to spawn early. Cycle skip on that. And of course we died to the last one.
Oh, man.
Why not, right? So I don't know if you guys can tell, but we die a lot in this game. Kaizo hacks are generally incredibly hard, especially the older Kaizo hacks. This, I believe, was released this year, so it's kind of modern, and it's part of what we call the easier Kaizo. Obviously, it's still very difficult if you're a beginner. But it's not going to take you as long as, let's say, Kaizo 3 or something like that, which would take a new person months to beat, I'd like to say. All right, in there.
Wow.
There you go.
Yeah, that last shell jump off the bluish shell there is very challenging. You have to get the timing just right. And our final boss is, of course, Mario and Luigi. We're going to avoid that one. Yeah, this is based off of the Windy sprite, so this is technically a Windy fight. I landed in the middle of those, and the way that works is, the reason it killed me is because the collapsible bridge actually teleports me off the screen up, where I'm assuming there's some kind of death awaiting for me up there. All right, we don't really normally go for the ones that are at the edge of the screen because I actually can only hit Mario on the left side of Sitbox. And time in 3, 2, 1, go.
Time.
All right. Hey. So yeah,
Good job,
anybody who wants to get into Kaizo games or any kind of Super Mario World ROM hacking of any sort, check out romhack.tech, and I'll get you some links to get some knowledge and get into it. But yeah, I've been ElectronicLogic, Fruski5, and I don't remember your name anymore, but whatever. This is DD Games. So, all right. And of course, the best music in the game. This is by the Pixies. Yeah, thank you. And I'm sure we will get the donations settled soon. So save your monies for when that happens.
They're much closer than they were about 15 minutes ago.
Okay.
So it's coming.
All right. So hopefully the MS Society will be allowed to be our donation supplier or no target. I like the work they do, mostly because my wife here, you see to my left, wave, she has MS, so it is a very important charity to us. So, yeah, thank you.
Trust me, it's in the works, and I have confirmation it's happening.
Right.
So it's no longer my baby.
Okay.
It's a matter of minutes at this point. So we will be supporting
shout out
the
to you,
National
Logic, for
MS
the
Society.
invite to be here and everything. Man, it's been a pleasure. Enjoy watching you.
All right.
And I also just want to shout out to all the other very good SMW speedrunners out there and SMW Central. I can't really hear what you're saying, so if you said it already, I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, SMW Central is the home for all Mario ROM hacks. All the ones that get approved, so they have to meet some sort of level of quality.
Yeah.
ROMhacking.net is for the ones that don't.
Yeah.
All right.
And shout out to the little Kaizos out there.
Yep. And
It's a small town community on Twitch. So yeah, check us out on Discord.
And there you go. We saved ourselves.
Yeah.
And we have now the original credits where, these will just play through. But hey, thank you for having me in.
Hey, thank you very much.
Good luck to the rest of the runners.
Well, thank you, Logic, for an amazing run. I was really excited when you submitted you submitted 3 of them, if I remember correctly, and that's the one we decided to have. But by all means, keep submitting to our events. It was an absolute treat for everyone watching, including us here in the tech area. Thank God we could watch it. That's all, because we were all looking forward to it. And once again, we will be supporting MS, and we've worked really hard to solve the issues that they've had. And like I said, as soon as we have 100% confirmation that it's up and running, I'll let you know. But in the meantime, I can tell you that it will be fixed for sure.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you for having me.
All right, well, thanks to all of you on the couch as well. And everyone watching, give us a couple of minutes. We'll be setting up and we'll be right back.